All right, so I watched a lot of videos on people knocking gentle parenting whenever a kid's throwing a tantrum. Um, there's not really a good way to handle a kid throwing a tantrum. That is also going to get them to stop throwing a tantrum. Like if you hit your kid when they're yelling, they're not going to stop yelling. They're going to yell more, right? And at the same time, if you try to calmly talk to your kid when they're yelling, probably just going to yell more. Right. So I'm really confused by all the videos that make it seem like you can't, like there's some situations you just can't win in. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Whatever happened. Now, there are some ways to avoid tantrums altogether. And I think gentle parenting is a better roadmap for that. Because imagine your kid, the little mind that he has is a grid, right? At 0, 0, he's perfectly happy. He has no anxiety. He's well fed, well rested, and not overstimulated. The further you move away from that 0, 0 point, the more likely a tantrum is going to happen. So if you have a super overstimulated kid, they're going to have a tantrum if you try and change the subject or make them calm down. If you have a super hungry kid, they're going to throw a tantrum because they're hungry. Super tired kid, throw a tantrum because they're super anxious kid, same thing. That's the cause of the tantrum for the most part. Sometimes it's just because they want to control, but that's also a form of anxiety. So hitting the kid's not going to stop that if they're anxious, right? There's going to be it's a battle of wills. No matter how you handle it, they're going to yell until the problem's solved. And by the way, they don't really know what the problem is. So if they're anxious and you hit them, you're going to make them more anxious and they're going to yell more, right? There's just no winning. There's no winning in that situation other than to get them to calm down, right? And to identify what the issue is. Now, if you've been paying attention to them all day, you may realize, oh, we haven't eaten in 3 hours because we've been busy. Let us feed you quickly, if possible. Or you may be like, oh, you're anxious about me leaving. Well, I have to leave. So someone else is going to get to take care of this, right? Or, oh, you're really anxious about bedtime. Well, gotta go to bed. I'll be here when you wake up. Whatever it is, right? But yeah, to say that a parenting style doesn't work when a kid throws a tantrum, no parenting style really works at that point. The kid's throwing the tantrum, not because you failed, but because their little mind doesn't know how to process something, right? So, give them time to calm down and fix the problem in a safe way. If they have a room, put them in your room, go make them food if they're hungry. If they're just freaking out, just put them on your lap. If they're just being a jerk because they want a toy or something and you're at the store, leave the store. You don't have to talk to them about their feelings, and talking to them about their feelings right then isn't going to work. Get out of the situation that's causing them to be upset, or fix the situation that's causing them to be upset. Hitting them is not going to work, and talking to them isn't going to work. Just crazy.